Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to cut through the noise and get to the core insights.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we're doing something a bit specific. We're looking at a daily online tarot horoscope reading just for Saturday, April 19th, 2025.
Yeah, pulling up the guidance from that one source.
Exactly. We'll focus on three main areas: love, finance, and career.
And it's really crucial to state up front, this isn't fortune telling. We're not predicting exactly what will happen.
Right. It's more about exploring themes.
Precisely. Think of it as a set of prompts based on this reading. Ideas for self-reflection as you go through that Saturday. Food for thought, really.
Absolutely. Okay, let's jump right in then. Love. The card here is the Two of Wands, but reversed.
Mm-hmm. The Two of Wands reversed.
So, okay, what does that typically signal in a love reading, according to this source?
Well, generally it points towards indecision. Maybe feeling a bit lost or stuck when it comes to romance.
Stuck how? Like not knowing which way to turn.
Yeah, exactly. Difficulty choosing a path, or maybe just feeling unsure about where things are heading, that kind of hesitation.
Okay, so if someone's feeling that way on Saturday, this reading suggests it might stem from
Okay.
unclear feelings.
That's a big part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
The reading links it to maybe not having clearly defined relationship goals, which, can obviously lead to confusion.
Right. For yourself or for the couple, I guess.
Could be either or both. And it really encourages a bit of self-reflection there. Like, what do you actually want? What do you need in love right now?
And it mentions procrastination too, doesn't it? Delaying decisions.
It does. That feeling of being lost can make you put off making important choices, and that inaction itself can create a sense of stagnation, like you're just treading water.
Which isn't usually a great feeling in relationships.
Not usually, no. So the guidance pushes towards relying more on your intuition, making conscious choices that feel right for you, choices aligned with your values.
So less drifting, more steering.
That's a good way to put it. And another angle here is self-care. Ah, okay. How does that fit in?
The reverse Two of Wands can sometimes indicate that maybe your own needs, your personal growth, have kind of taken a backseat.
Oh, interesting. Like you're so focused on the relationship or finding one that you neglect yourself.
Exactly. And the reading emphasizes that looking after yourself, your own well-being, is actually, well, fundamental for building healthy connections. You need that solid ground within yourself first.
That makes a lot of sense. So, holistically, what's the overall message from this reversed card?
It's really an invitation to re-examine things. Look at your relationship goals again. Are they still right for you?
And patterns, too.
Yes. Identify any recurring negative patterns, maybe behaviors that aren't helping. Cultivate more self-awareness, self-love. It sounds a bit cliche maybe, but it's key here.
Building yourself up from the inside out, essentially.
And embracing your independence within that, making choices intentionally, not just reacting or waiting.
So it's not necessarily a bad sign, then, this reversed card. Not at all, according to this interpretation. It's framed more as a prompt, a signal that some self-reflection and maybe some action is needed to overcome that uncertainty and find clearer footing.
Okay, that's a helpful perspective.
Yeah.
Let's shift gears then. Finance. The card is the Ace of Cups, upright this time.
Yes, the Ace of Cups, usually a very positive card.
So in finance, this reading says it signals a new beginning.
A new beginning, yeah, but one that's fueled by emotional well-being and strong relationships. That's the interesting connection it draws.
Emotional well-being in finance. How does that link work here?
Well, the interpretation suggests that financial growth or abundance might actually stem from feeling good emotionally, from having inner peace, maybe even from emotional intelligence.
Huh. So it's not just about spreadsheets and numbers.
Not according to this card, no. It highlights this interplay between your inner state, your relationships, and your bank balance, potentially.
And relationships. It mentions partnerships.
It does. The Ace of Cups can point towards financial support or assistance coming through collaborations or partnerships.
Like a business partner, or maybe even just good advice from someone you trust.
Could be either. Because cups relate to emotions and connections, it suggests that trust in people might play a role, offering guidance or tangible help. It underlines how our financial lives aren't always isolated.
Okay, so if this card comes up, what's the guidance for harnessing that energy?
The reading suggests a few things. Firstly, embrace optimism. A positive outlook might actually help attract opportunities.
Makes sense. What else?
Nurture your relationships. Since they might be a source of support or collaboration, keeping those connections healthy is important.
Right. Build those bridges.
And trust your intuition. This is interesting for finance, isn't it?
Yeah, usually we're told to be purely rational with money.
But the Ace of Cups suggests listening to your gut feelings and financial choices might be beneficial right now. And finally, be open to receiving support, both financial and emotional.
So allowing help in, basically.
Exactly. Don't feel you have to do it all alone. So, the takeaway for the Ace of Cups in finance is really about potential. Potential for growth tied to your emotional state and connections. A positive, aware mindset is key.
Got it. Keep an open mind, trust your feelings, nurture connections.
That's the essence of it for Saturday's financial outlook,
Right.
based on this reading.
All right. Let's tackle the final area, career. The card here is the Four of Pentacles reversed.
Okay, the Four of Pentacles reversed. Now, upright, this card often relates to stability, security, holding on to things.
Holding on to assets, maybe, or your position.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But reversed. The reading suggests it might mean feeling stuck or maybe being too attached to your current situation.
Like clinging on too tight.
Exactly. Clinging to the comfort zone, even if it's not really fulfilling or allowing for growth anymore, it poses the question, are you holding on too tightly somewhere in your career?
And why might someone be doing that, according to this? Fear.
Fear is a big one mentioned. Fear of change, fear of the unknown, holding on to the current job or role because it feels safe, even if it's limiting your potential.
That can definitely happen.
Yeah.
What are the specific challenges it points out?
Well, that fear of change leading to hesitation, again, not making moves that might be necessary for growth.
Okay.
Also, potentially overvaluing job security at the expense of, say, job satisfaction or advancement.
Prioritizing safety over fulfillment.
Right. And an interesting one, hoarding resources. The reading suggests that this could mean not sharing knowledge or contacts, things that could actually benefit everyone, including yourself, in the long run.
Oh, like keeping your cards too close to your chest professionally.
Sort of, yeah. Out of a sense of needing to protect what you have.
But it's not all negative, right? Does the reverse card offer opportunities too?
It does. It's presented as a chance to maybe consider or explore different paths, careers or roles that might align better with what you really want.
So an opportunity to reassess.
Exactly. And it suggests that maybe taking some calculated risks could actually stimulate growth. Plus, it advises investing in yourself, skill development, building your network, proactive steps.
Makes sense. Prepare for potential changes rather than just fearing them. What's the core guidance then?
It prompts a really key question. What am I so afraid of losing? Getting to the root of that desire for control and security. Is it real need? Or is it fear or ego?
A deep question.
It is, and understanding your motivations is the first step. Then, as we said, building confidence, skills, your network. These things make you more resilient to change.
So you feel more equipped.
Right, and the underlying message is pretty clear. Growth often requires letting go of something. You can't move forward if you're rigidly holding on to the past or present.
So the final thoughts on this one are about reevaluating priorities.
Yeah, reevaluate your career priorities. Understand the fears driving you. Try to break free from that feeling of stagnation and be open to new possibilities. Adaptability and confidence are key.
Okay, so wrapping this all up for Saturday, April 19th, we've seen some clear themes emerge from this reading.
Definitely. In love, it's about self-reflection to deal with uncertainty.
In finance, it's connecting emotional well-being and relationships to potential growth.
Right. And in career, it's about looking at where you might be stuck, understanding your fears, and being open to change.
It all seems to point towards introspection, doesn't it?
A lot of it does, yes. And again, these are just insights from one specific reading. They're meant as prompts, potential starting points for your own thinking on Saturday.
Not definite predictions, but maybe mirrors for what you might be feeling or needing to address.
Exactly. See if anything resonates.
So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. As you think about Saturday, consider these three areas: love, finance, career. Which one did these readings seem to connect with the most for you?
Where did you feel the biggest spark of recognition?
Yeah. And if something did resonate, what's maybe one small, deliberate step you could think about taking on Saturday? Just one thing to gently address any feelings of uncertainty or being stuck in that area.
Just something small, an intentional action.
Something to mull over.